you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Jaguars going up against the Texans.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And now a first down following that long gain. Here it is, the first NFL carry for Leonard Fournette. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Now a play fake. Bortles. Flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Brad Nortman in his 6th year in the league on to punt it away. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Lamar Miller went to Houston to be the lead running back, the featured guy, but still, I think Coach Bill O'Brien, he might have felt he overused him a little bit in the season. His touches were way up.
Yeah, he was on pace for over 400, a lot of bumps and bruises, maybe on a little bit of a pitch count here in the early going.
Could also be the reason Houston drafted Dante Foreman out of Texas, maybe to ease the load a little bit.
And he motions the wide receiver. On 2nd down, here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And some room to maneuver. Nifty footwork at the 45. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. The defense helps the offense out there. Now 5 yards to go on 1st down.
Let's go.
After the penalty, it's Miller. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, I know that play didn't work very well, but an old New York Giants quarterback taught me a lesson a long time ago. Sometimes running the draw actually takes courage and play calling. You're actually setting something up for later in the game, and just because it was unsuccessful then doesn't mean it won't be successful later.
And the wideout in motion. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Running right through him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
In motion left, Robinson. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Leonard Fournette. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. An update from Buffalo. The Jets have taken the early lead over the Bills. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. For the Houston Texans, as they make their way onto the field, another season for them that begins with a lot of optimism. They coming off a second straight AFC South title, finishing 9-7 3 straight years. Maybe they're hoping this year that 10 wins is a minimum for them.
10 wins and beyond, because they've got the defense to take them all the way to the Super Bowl. Number one in the NFL last year. Get J.J. Watt back. They drafted Deshaun Watson in the first round at quarterback. They need to shore up that position in order for them to make the run that they expect, one that could culminate in a Super Bowl appearance.
And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. And even 70 yards. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And the D looking like they may blitz. And now it's second and goal. Here's the rookie from Texas, Deontay Foreman. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Miles Jack coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. Kick is right there. It's good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
The Jags getting ready to set up shop on offense. And, Charles, it's a question with them that I feel like we've asked many times before. Is this the year you think that they turn it around? They enter 2017 having missed the playoffs for a 9th consecutive year.
And until Jacksonville answers that question affirmatively with a playoff run and a playoff appearance, we keep asking that question, and rightfully.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10:20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
Come on, let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw on second is Watson. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Watson on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. In motion is Fedorowicz. On 1st and 10, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Shoot.
from the gun on third. Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Let's go!
Here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. It's a foot race. The 30. 10. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he is knocked down from the side, right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Here we go! Ohio!
To throw on second down, Watson. Flush to his right. Watson so dangerous with his legs in college, and nothing's changed here as he picks up the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here now, Shane Leckler, 41-year-old punter, to kick it away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Sheds off the tackle. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And it's 21-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Let's go! White 90! Flex round!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And an alley to run. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Here we go!
Again, it's Miller. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go! Ohio! Flex round!
The final shot before the break. Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
They'll run it again with Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The Texans on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go! Ohio! 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 Rush it!
To throw is Watson. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Dante Fowler in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So the D-line's going to spread out. A handoff as they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
On play action, now Bortles. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there. Bortles to Robinson. 46 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, it's Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, try to give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
He'll rifle this one deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Miles Killebrew with a pick. Sidesteps him at the 35. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Jacksonville made plenty of changes in their coaching staff in the offseason, but they kept the defensive staff mainly intact. They're going to need a better payoff. They only had 7 interceptions as a group last year.
Good to get the interception there. They want plenty more of those because, as you said, a lot of cash invested on that side of the ball.
A lot of talent. They're ready to roll.
Here we go, Ohio.
Powers through him, and now running right through him. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Here we go now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Ace! Ace! Ready! Ace! Ace!
They'll run with Ivory. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Ivory, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now out comes Houston. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Spins by. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now out comes Houston. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Watson now to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here's Watson. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On third down, Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Jags grab it. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week one, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Elsewhere, a third-quarter score, and the Lions have scored to move in front. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Here's a give to Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go.
They'll toss it to Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Texans on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Fielded at the 20. He won't go down. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. This is 1st and goal, and the Jags last year just 8 rushing touchdowns, second fewest in the NFL. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes the Texans now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Miles Jack in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Looking to throw on second down. Watson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Watson off play action. And my goodness, another interception. Miles Killebrew with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Hearns the man in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, this is Ivory. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Now a give, right side, it's Ivory. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the 4th quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now they they try the right side here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a handoff as they run left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Let's go. Here we go.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Now, this is taken in. It's complete. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll try the right side here with Miller. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. Brand 38.
Now Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
What were used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll run with Miller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Lamar Miller. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll go with Foreman. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Check 50, check 50.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run. It's Miller. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. Miller kept out of the end zone on 4th and goal, and the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. And tough starting field position here.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Turn his right. Ace. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Alert. Hey, watch that. Left.
And now here's a carry heading left. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And that one is now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Cardinals. A win would be their first of the young season. Now they'll run it on the toss. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Eagles going up against the Bills.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Buffalo Bills. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcel Darius forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. On play action, Wentz going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, look at... Hurry up, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
No, check. Patriot. Watch it now, boy.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a handoff looking right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Leopard! Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Here we go now. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Go. Watch it now. Leopard.
Now they try the right side here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Got some room at the 30. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing now is Wentz. Going up top. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now Wentz on third down. Screen pass to Blunt. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, look at
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Good. All right, here we go. Blue landing.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. 82 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. So much for just picking up the first down. How about that run all the way on third down into the end zone?
I'd say this was a bonus run because you're right. All you're trying to do is get the first down in that situation. But to top it off with that gigantic sprint and to go all the way, the only thing he's worried about near the end of that run is if someone's going to jump on his back, and I mean Mr. Fatigue. And that's all he was worried about. Well-conditioned, carried it all the way.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They begin the drive with Pumphrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They run with Pumphrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
With it is Brown. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They take over 1st and 10 in excellent field position here. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
All right, here we go. Blue landing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nigel Bradham coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, the offense got the ball in a good spot, but they went nowhere. They settled for 3.
Brandon, I think it's safe to say that was a major disappointment. Had a great opportunity, excellent field position, and did not be able to move the ball at all. Big-time letdown.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So 3rd and inches, trying to pick it up the middle. He had nowhere to go, tackled for a loss.
And you know how we talk about double A-gap pressure, meaning linebackers going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side? Well, it's not always to get to the passer. Sometimes you do that to prevent a running play. Worked pretty well in that situation.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nigel Bradham coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Green 39. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
They'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcel Darius in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll run it now with Pumphrey. Always got some breathing room. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down. which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And now out come the Bills. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Let's go. Blue, landed. All right, now, look at 56. Look at. All right, now, here we go. 56. No. Here we go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Back to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And now a first down following that long gain. A handoff as they run the counter play. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
Let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. All right, now look at 56.
Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Wentz going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hicks. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Charles Tapper from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Hurry up, here we go. Good. Check your backer. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard, right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And Matthews has it right side. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. And that'll set them back 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
All right, here we go.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play and give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Here we go.
And down he'll go at the 25. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Pearson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll run again with Pumphrey. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. To throw is Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath.
And this is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here come the Bills. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 23. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Fresh set of downs here. Shift together here from the D-line. Back now here on EA Sports. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Left side caught by Matthews. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds Matthews. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Now, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Here we go now. Green 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Now let's go. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Brandon Graham. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Leopard. Hurry up. Here we go. All right, now. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw here. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On the run, it's Pumphrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Again, it's Pumphrey. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. To throw is Wentz. Screen pass to Blunt. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Here we go now. Back to that Philly. Here we go. Leopard.
Back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Now let's go. Back to that Philly. Here we go.
In motion right comes Matthews. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The 20, 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock, so Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. $10 yards still left on second down.
Let's go.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The Eagles on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Wentz gotta have this one. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
And to give this time to the tailback. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. That's what we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.